Welcome to episode 3. This month I am going to speak at the Latina Summit at the Expedia Group, go do some donations in our community to the Center for Child Protection and Dress for Success. And I am going to be going to the Pink Cow game for the Texas School of Deaf and surprising the volleyball team with Zoe before their game, giving them a little locker room pep talk. Just come and follow along. Speaking at the L500 Latina Summit was a one-of-a-kind experience. I remember attending the event a couple of years ago and thinking, it's a big deal. So you have to kind of be like a baddie to, be there and inspire other women. This year, I was lucky enough to be invited to be on the panel on sports. I think it was one of the biggest compliments I've received to be invited by Gretel and wanted on that panel.
Who goes first? I believe you're first, and then you, and then you. But
feels like Miss Universe all over again.
Right? Just sit where your name is, basically. So that's to make you a kind of like professional athlete, entrepreneur, a little bit of everything, and just kind of. I know you talked a lot about hardships. That was something that you wanted to jump on. So, but before we get to that, I thought you could explain who you are, right, and give a little bit of your background and all that, and what you're focused on, TIY.
Yeah, and it's mainly because people see us once you reach a certain level of achievement, and they assume that it was perfect. We tend to romanticize and idealize when we see someone of success that, oh, of course they didn't and I wasn't able to. Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm good enough. And it's just all this self-doubt that it's imposed. So I hope that they just get to me, vulnerability is a superpower. So I'm trying to use it in an everyday, in a way of saying, like, I'm not perfect and neither are you, but if you want it hard enough, figure out a way, find out.
We have Andrea, Nucete-Elliott. She is the CEO and co-founder of DIY Products and a lot more other things we're going to dive into. And then Jennifer. Jennifer is the co-founder of Craft. They all know. So I'm very excited about this panel.
Hola. I was born in Venezuela. My grandparents were immigrants from Italy. I was born in a place that was hard to live in for a long time. And if you know, you can relate. So I was abused by my family, sexually abused by family members. So there was a lot of overcoming and not a lot of self-belief. Sports and academics saved my life in many different ways. I was a tennis player. On the eve of turning professional, my mom pulled me out of my sport. So I found volleyball. And in 1 year, I was able to get good enough to sign a professional contract in one of the best leagues in the world. The journey of resilience continued to happen. My teammates weren't very nice to me, and probably I gave them a reason to. I didn't understand that being vulnerable was a superpower at the time. I was young and I was used to fighting all the time. Once my grandparents made the decision based on my grandma's health to move back to Italy, I was dragged with them. I was uprooted from everything that I knew and didn't speak Italian. Had to start school within 2 months, so another adversity there for me. I was different. I was the darkest person in my town. I was the tallest, the one that looked exotic. I had an accent. I still do in English now, so the story repeats. So I kind of put my head down and worked in a way that I dedicated about 8 hours to physical activity a day. I would walk about a mile and a half to school. Rain, snow, cold, hot, whatever. I don't know where the fight that I had comes from. Some people like to say it's because I'm Latina. But definitely, I thought about quitting life at 17. Didn't succeed.
Pretty vulnerable, by the way.
Yeah.
We appreciate this.
Yeah. But I kind of kept fighting. Yeah, I moved to the United States, winning and wanting to play volleyball still. I didn't speak a lick of English in 2014. 13, 14, moved here and wanted to play volleyball, which is how I came to know my husband. I didn't know there wasn't a professional volleyball league at the time, and contacted him, and he said, "You're too old." I was 22. For any NCAA sports, yes, I was too old. I had no idea what he was referring to. So I said, no, watch me play. So I started to play beach volleyball, and that is what I play now. I call it my professional hobby because it's expensive and you make no money. But out of the need of that, my husband and I started TIY Products, which is a performance product that works. It's a hair tie. It's a customizable hair tie that will adjust to the volume of your hair. So you make what you need depending on your hair volume, texture, what phase you're in life. If you are competing and you need something super slicked back and to hold, you can use that for, but it also if you are postpartum and you're losing hair and you need the product to protect your hair, you can use it too. And that's where we are today. We are, I became the CEO once we couldn't find somebody that was good enough to do it, but I knew enough about the product that I was like, you know what, let's go, let's see. Long story short, now I live in Austin and I still compete. And I'm leading TIY Products to a 200% growth every year since 2020.
The experience was a little bit surreal. I said, I'm not gonna cry, boom, I cried. Being there, connecting with people that listening to my story get emotional, and people that get to put perspective and identify and relate to, you know, how hard it is to be away from home, or how hard it is to belong to a different culture and live in a place that has a completely different culture from you. It's just really, really fun to see that a room full of women is just willing and wanting to be vulnerable and support each other, like for real, you know? You show up, you do something, and you take action to help other people that look like you and come from places like yours.
Well, there aren't very many Latinas in sports that are competing. There are, you know, there is a social stigma that comes with being Latina. If we are very passionate about something, we're crazy. If we are, you know, too competitive, we're too much. And there is, all those things nag at you as you develop who you want to be until you have, you know, the nerve to embrace it and surround yourself with people that celebrate that and support it and uplift it rather than tear you down for it. Just don't shrink for anyone just because of who you are, please. That was so awesome. I was like, I'm not gonna cry. Ah! So thank you for watching. Ciao.
Oh, we're gonna talk to
varsity.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How are you? Okay.
I know, very
Barbie, I was like, what everything pink that I have? Bring it out.
Not the pink eyeliner?
They have an amazing community. It was something I wasn't aware of. You know, I grew up in Venezuela where you don't really have a lot of ADA. So they've embraced me in their community, and it's kind of like so awesome. Not only for the volleyball part, which is, you know, obviously part of my life, but also I gesticulate a lot when I talk. So I think that even if I don't speak ASL, they understand me and I understand them. And I'm doing a really, you know, being very proactive about trying to learn new things, and they want to teach me. And I feel like included is a world that I know nothing about, right? So I'm asking questions and they're so happy to answer, and they don't feel like, oh, like you see me differently. They don't feel excluded. On the contrary, they're trying to include me in their life. You know, they have a tournament with all deaf players. So that is, you know, equal playing field. However, in their competition in high school and middle school, they compete against people that have hearing. So watching that, to me, I think it is extremely impressive. It never occurred to my brain the fact that I would play a team sport with 6 people on the court without talking. I was telling Zoe yesterday, their peripheral must be crazy good. So it is, you know, unbelievable to watch that in a sport where you're, you know, calling what set you want, and like brings up so much that you haven't thought about. And at least for me, I'm watching them and I'm so impressed by the way they move, by the way everybody knows their roles, everybody knows whose ball is it, and like kudos to the coaches for obviously setting up, you know, a practice that is safe for them. Like I'd be running into each other, like I'd be like hurting people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that was eye-opening for me because it brought up to me things that I never thought about, that I think they bring me a lot of joy to see, you know, a group that obviously has a disability play the sport that I love and I'm surrounded by all the time in a different way, and in a very efficient way. I think is beyond impressive, and I am very glad that my ignorance about it was reduced a little bit by the exposure. It is really fun to watch them compete. It is really fun to see, you know, how they light up when you show up and you talk to them, and they're so appreciative of every opportunity they get. So that makes me really happy.
So where are we going?
We're talking to varsity.
Oh, in their locker room. Oh.
The girls are coming right now.
Okay.
So just eat from the cafeteria.
So, you know, the girls don't know you're here.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, they don't know. It's gonna be a surprise for them.
Shut up. Oh. My glasses. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. You know, they assigned me a name.
I know, you told me.
So I am Andrea.
Very cool. And we might have one for you too by the end of this.
Oh, I definitely have one for you.
Okay, everybody. So you all know Andrea. And do you know Zoe? Do you know who Zoe is? And I'll let you introduce yourself if you don't mind, Zoe. Can you talk more about what
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah, I'm a professional volleyball player for League One volleyball here in Austin. I'm going into my 4th season of pro volleyball. I play for Team USA also, but I played at University of Texas in 2022. That's when we won the national championship. And I'm now back here living in my favorite city.
Do you have any questions? So I'd like to know too, what tips you might have for current volleyball players.
I think my biggest tip for current volleyball players is to take video when you play matches, when you play practices, and then you can watch it back to see your technique. And then you can watch college volleyball and pro volleyball and watch their technique and kind of compare it to yours. But you can only really see what you're doing if you watch yourself play. And that is really how I went from not being very good when I was 17, 18 years old and not getting recruited to a high-level college to now playing for the national team, playing for University of Texas. And the only thing I did differently from everybody else was watch my film every single day.
It's good to know to watch it. And I'm wondering, how can we react faster to the balls?
Volleyball is a lot about reading the game before. So the more volleyball you watch, the more you can recognize situations when you're playing. So it's not really about reacting faster necessarily. I'm not very fast. You guys would probably beat me in a race. But I watch a lot of volleyball, and so I recognize situations that I've seen before. And so I'm one step earlier than everybody else because I know what's coming.
Like mainly hitters have 2 types of tendencies. They either are naturally inside crossbody or outside extra rotation. You want to identify first what kind of hitter are they. Very few athletes are both. So I think first classification would be knowing naturally what they do. And then of course, situationally, what's their, tendency? If they are uncomfortable. So how early can you identify what they're comfortable and what they're uncomfortable with? And the same would go for passing and, setting. When you're observing really someone play, when can you pick up what they're doing? How fast can you pick that up?
Like, do you
Volleyball?
practice volleyball ongoing? Do you have ongoing trainings and practices?
So
Workout regimens or other things?
yes, so pro volleyball is year-round. I basically get 1 month off per year, which is right now, October. The rest of the year, I have practice 6 days a week. Practice and lift 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
Yes.
Wow.
So now,
See? How many days are you practicing right now? Two days.
You can always come on your own and work on your serve and with each other.
so when you come in and get extra reps, you can focus on one thing that you're trying to change with your passing or your blocking or your serving, whatever skill, but you have a focus, something you're trying to get better at.
How do you put your personal problems to the side during a game?
I can speak to that. I had a very difficult upbringing. I was abused in any way that you can imagine for majority of my life until I turned 20. It was my escape. So coming to volleyball was for me something that I would just focus on the ball and focus what I was doing, and I would not think of my homework, I would not think of my home, I would not think of my mom, my boyfriend, my dad. I would just come in and give everything to volleyball. And in a way, like, you just isolate and dedicate. You can bring yourself to that with your brain. In your mind, you're just focusing on that, and you can bring into what Zoe was saying, come in with a focus, and you're playing a game. You are going to challenge yourself and forget about the reality. Just walk through the door and let it all out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this is going to be a great game. It's going to be a thrilling game tonight. So
I'm excited
Our
to
goal?
cheer.
Rosev's is a good team right now. They're number 2 in our district. So, we have a big goal tonight.
One ball at the time. What is it? You got this? I'm learning.
Okay, let's
Okay.
go up, y'all.
Okay, how? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I finished my day and I've been so exhausted. And I'm like, I am going. And I'm so excited and I'm doing my makeup and I'm wearing pink and I'm cheering because it makes them so happy.
I'm happy that we're here together.
So they reached out, one of the moms reached out and she said, like, I would love for you to come. It would mean the world to them. Like, they look up to Texas volleyball like crazy. And we are doing a fundraiser with them. I said, I want to gift them hair ties. And they loved it. Yeah.
That's
So,
great.
yeah. So cute. It's crazy. Look at that.
I know, no communication at all.
Their nonverbal communication is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Good pass.
Yeah.
Good girl! Look at that highlight. What does community mean to me? Kind of everything. Sounds lame, but living in a place that you feel supported, surrounded by people that are inspiring and that, chip in when you're down, happy. We come together regardless. So I really do cherish those times where I'm able to make an effort to connect with my friends, connect with my community. And I've been trying to be more active in those, giving back, not only for the sake of giving back, because it's my love language, but just to see how other cool things in my community work, to be a presence and really live the city rather than live in the city.
Yeah, today we're visiting the Center for Child Protection in Austin. I was so lucky to be invited last year to dance as a celebrity for them, but we are donating TIY to their closet. So let's go in and then we'll talk about the closet.
I want to donate a bunch of product so that every single kid that comes through the center can have the right product for them. Obviously, TIY can work with any hair type and any hairstyle. So donating to them was a no-brainer.
Hi, good morning. Okay, what? Good morning.
Andrea, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. Nice to meet you.
Director of Programs. She's going to be with you to film.
Okay.
So our kids closet, as you see, we have clothing, we have shoe items, hygiene kits, same for boys and girls. Some of our families that come in may have different situations, and so while they're here for services, we also like to try and give them anything else that can help them as they continue on with their journey.
Okay. I remember in my visit, you have, almost like travel when they are approaching to be 18 and they are part of the center. You equip them with things for life.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that's our project graduation event. So we host a graduation party for them, all the children of Region 7. So that's all the foster youth within the area.
Yeah.
And the life kit is what you think of when you go to your first dorm or your first apartment. So household goods such as pots and pans and dishware, towels, bedding, and of course hygiene items as well.
Okay. What kind of donations our community can bring here to the Center for Child Protection?
Yes, we take all kinds of donations. We take clothing, we take hygiene items, hair care items, all kinds of things. We do ask for new clothing just because we would rather give something new for our community instead of trying to give, hand-me-downs or things like that.
Well, as the holidays approach, I think we all, try to adopt a family or buy things for other people. Do you accept toys or entertainment things?
Yes, we take
Okay.
toys. We also take games. A lot of the kids upstairs love to play Uno. We try to teach them skip-bo, different things like that. So we will definitely take some games.
Okay. What are some of the things that we can ask from our community? Just not specifically for the kids closet, but just for the center in general.
Yeah, I think the biggest part is just to be more aware. So to join us for any of our education opportunities, the best way to support our children is to know more, right? When you know better, you do better. So I would say attending our fundraising events as well. Even small donations are just as important and helpful, whether you want to give, actual goods to the kids closet or monetary donations. But I would say the biggest one is to trying to educate ourselves.
So if people want to know more about the center, they can contact the staff and schedule a visit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what are your important dates coming up for the remainder of this quarter?
Dancing with the Stars Austin is coming up on December 6th.
Amazing. Well, thank you. I hope that everyone can come and support. And let's get some hair ties donated.
Thank you.
Yay! Yeah, so we picked obviously Mental Health Day, and then some fall colors.
Yeah.
This is the burnt orange. I mean,
Of
we're in
course,
Austin,
of
so
course.
hello. This will go into the
We
hygiene
can put it on the bookshelf right there.
right here.
And then they'll take it out and add it.
You
My
would
very
make
first TIY product, I actually took off of Andrea's hand.
yes,
So it's so big.
very common, very common.
So basically, I have to put it around 3 times,
Yes,
right? Because her hair's thicker than my hair.
Yeah.
But it's perfect. That's why it took me forever.
How many loops do you have in now?
I have 2.
Yeah, so she uses a 2 loop. Like for example, for her head,
she would probably tie the whole thing and then use it like this.
Yeah.
Or if like, and this can open up, you know, like you can open it as a headband. And if you want just one, then you will measure it and it won't be too loose or too tight. Kind of like what you did with your, like with your headscarf.
Yes.
Like you'll go around and you know exactly what it is for you.
Yeah, we've had to cut scrunchies to make it big enough. So.
Yeah, so this, the good thing is it won't stretch out over time and it's a product that lasts you a very, very long time. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
In acknowledgement of World Kindness Day, at TIY, we commit to give back to our community and we want to make sure that you feel seen. When I was really, really young, I had a lot of things, but I really didn't have a lot of like love. So I think I was an only child. I didn't grow up with my half brother, my half sister. I was the only girl in my group of cousins. And I really wanted to make friends so bad that I would just give things to people. And I had at the time like a 200 Barbie collection. They were still in the box. So I wouldn't even open them. You know, like everyone in my family would gift me things like that because I was a girl. And in the meantime, I was just like surfing and playing with the boys and just like being at the beach all day long. So I would sneak toys out of my like toy whatever in my room and I would just give them to my friends. I saw how happy that made them and how appreciative they were. I think that's where it started. I would see them be happy and I was like, I really don't play with Barbies, but like you really, really like Barbies, so I'm just gonna give you that. And that moment of they couldn't believe that I was giving them something that, you know, was a toy that they really wanted or something like that. And I think that makes me happy. And now that I have, you know, I run my company, I love to give away products. It's just like the thing that I love the most. We started doing that at the beginning of our events, and that's kind of how the company started. And I don't know if that's a coincidence or it's just an unconscious way of just doing things. You know, I love, love, love seeing the girls' faces when they receive the product, the teams that lose their mind. They're like, oh my gosh, like we just got a bunch and we got hooked up. Like that makes me so happy. So yeah, I would say like that's my giving love language. And thinking about it, I think it comes from, you know, those early moments in which I needed to be detached from my material possessions. And I saw how much it meant to other people that, you know, didn't really have the opportunity. Stop number 2 is going to be at Dress for Success, where we're meeting with Heather, and she's going to tell us all about the program and how they help young professionals and women get ready for job interviews. Hi, Andrea, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is so cool. We might do some shopping also. Hey.
You should. We have a store.
First of all, you have to try one, like right away.
Okay.
So I'll make one for her.
Okay.
Since you have your hair in a pony.
I know, right?
Okay. And what I'll make for you, let me see how thick your hair is. So it's pretty thick.
Yeah.
I'll make a 4 loop. Okay. So don't be scared of breaking it. It doesn't.
Okay.
It's 13 times stronger and twice as
Because
stretchier.
I do. I break my hair ties all the time.
You will not break that one.
Constantly putting my hair up. It's pretty much how I wear it all the time.
Same.
Yeah.
For one reason or another. But
Yeah.
it's always up. And you can go around extra times. Like it's not gonna snap or stop.
3 feels great.
There you go. And it's not gonna give you a headache all day if you have
That would be huge. That never happens. Like I always get a headache
We will
by the end of
follow
the
up
day.
with you on that. But
Okay.
yeah, so
Amazing. Oh my goodness.
perky ponies.
Oh my goodness, it is so perky bunny. It is like
Now,
that.
are you sassy now? Like you're gonna be more sassy.
I am now. That's wonderful because that's one thing that we don't get very much of is hair products. Oh, well, not hair products, but like hair ties, combs, brushes.
Okay, that is good to know.
So yeah, so let's go in here. So this is Dress for Success Austin, and what we do is, well, we basically help women in need get back on their feet, empower them to financial independence. So any woman or anyone who identifies as a woman can come, sign up, and get a 1-hour styling appointment with our volunteer stylists. And they walk the boutique and they choose, 2 top to bottom outfits with accessories, toiletries, shoes to wear for their job interviews.
Okay.
So it's professional attire. It's not all suits, but it's not going to be any swimsuits or anything for Eeyore's birthday. But you can come get these 2 professional outfits and then to wear to your job interviews.
Okay.
And then when you get a job, you can come back and get 2 more top to bottom outfits all for free of charge. And then you'll have a week's worth of clothes to
go to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have a whole work empowerment program side of things in our career center. So you can come and get career counseling and get one-on-one help with a volunteer with doing your resume and how to do a job interview.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of donations would be welcome that would be helpful for Dress for Success Austin?
So we love anything that is professional in nature and all sizes from the very, very small to very large. Hopefully season appropriate, I don't have a lot of storage space here.
Okay.
We always are in need of shoes that are like new, boots, belts.
Okay.
Almost brand new bras and underwear are preferred. And then any of the kind of toiletry things that you would see, toothpaste, toothbrushes, that kind of stuff is always helpful.
I saw you have a boutique side, so tell me a little bit about that.
We have our grand opening on the 16th of October, actually. Basically what we've done is a lot of times we will be donated things that aren't quite right for the clients here. And sometimes if the boutique here is full and the clients aren't in need, then we could consign with consignment shops here in Austin. So we had an opportunity to basically open our own shop. And so now we're curating a little bit for that shop as well too, but every single penny of what you buy in the store goes right back into Dress for Success.
So maybe I have to shop.
Am I to shop, honey?
Am I allowed to shop before the grand opening?
Yes.
Okay.
You
so
can
maybe,
have a special
maybe I'll shop
shopping
before
day.
we leave. And hopefully our product can be a small part in someone getting reintegrated into society.
I love that. Well,
So,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for bringing it. It's so helpful.
Okay,
so
so
much.
I think it's like shopping time. Do you want to show me the boutique?
Let's go see the boutique.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So this
hi.
is the boutique.
Not sure. We've got a little.
So let's see. Anything burnt around so I can wait to the game tomorrow? Maybe. Longhorn game day apparel. Look at this.
Everything is like, tops 10,
that's
dresses
amazing.
20.
Do we like? Thank you. Tell me I'm not Top Gun. Okay, I think this is cute.
That is so cute. You have got to get that.
We have to. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really
It was
appreciate
so
it.
great. Thank you so much for the donation.
Yes, of
The
course.
girls are going to love it.
Yep.
I'm so happy.
Okay.
Thank
well,
you.
And Perky Ponies only.
Perky ponies only.
All right, that wraps up stop number 2 after the Center for Child Protection. Stop by Dress for Success. It is always so fun to be out and about in the community. That gives me so much, giving a little bit back, and hopefully this inspires you to give back to a neighbor or anyone really that you see might need your help. You can change someone's life by an act of kindness. Happy World Kindness Day, and thank you for tagging along. Going to Dress for Success was really interesting. It was something that I didn't know existed. And if we can bring more awareness to organizations like that, it's really cool. That was, an organization that I wasn't aware of, and it is right here in the community. So that experience was it was a new one, and it was really cool to see. And hopefully our little donation can help several hundred women feel confident when they go into their job interview. I also get to do some shopping.
So
thank you for watching. If you like this vlog, just please let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, and if there is any other places that I should go donate TI-wise, please let me know in the comments. Ciao!